All right, listen up. We're issuing a critical security advisory. There is a systemic risk affecting your infrastructure right now. We're calling it the 100-day patch gap.
100 days. Now, where does that number come from? Well, leading industry reports tell us that's the average time your systems are left exposed between when a threat is discovered and when an official patch is finally released. Think about that. For more than 3 months, attackers have a wide-open window to get into your networks.
So that's why we're here. Our objective today is to give you immediate, actionable intelligence. This isn't just an FYI. This is a defensive briefing designed to help you shut down this risk before you become just another statistic.
Okay, before we dive into the technical breakdown, we need to establish a secure communications channel. This is absolutely critical to make sure you get all future updates on this threat. It's standard operational procedure. Here is the protocol. It's 3 simple steps. 1. Subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. Threats move way faster than patches, and this makes sure you get our intelligence briefings the second they drop. 2. Acknowledge you've received this advisory by liking this transmission. And 3. Report your patch status down in the comments. This is crucial. It helps us gauge the blast radius and coordinate a defense for the entire community.
Okay, with comms established, let's get into the protocol. We're going to start by looking at the blast radius and getting into exactly why your existing defenses are probably going to fail you during this critical 100-day gap.
You know, the problem really lies in this fundamental trade-off with the tools you're likely using right now. On the one hand, you've got Seccomp. Think of it like a bouncer with a guest list. It's fast, but it's only checking names. It can't look at the details, like the arguments or the order of system calls, so it either ends up blocking legitimate traffic by mistake, or it lets a sophisticated attacker waltz right in. Then on the other hand, you have Ptrace. This is like a deep, full-body search of every single system call. It's incredibly accurate, but that accuracy comes with a crippling cost. Massive performance delays that can grind your services to a halt. And this diagram just lays out the dilemma perfectly. The Seccomp filter on the left, it's way too broad. It sees a pipe call, which is a super common system function, but it has no way of knowing if that's part of the dirty pipe exploit or just a normal operation. So the container is left vulnerable. The Ptrace approach, way too slow, creating this huge bottleneck for everything. You're basically forced into this impossible choice, security or performance. So the crucial point here is that this is a false choice. We don't have to pick one. We need a new protocol, one that gives us the accuracy of that deep search, but with the speed of a quick check at the door. That mitigation protocol is called Phoenix. Now this is where things get really clever. Look at how Phoenix combines the best of both worlds. You see, Phoenix uses Seccomp for a fast, lightweight pre-screening of every system call. Most of your traffic sails right through with almost zero delay. But, and this is the key, if and only if Seccomp spots a potential part of a known malicious sequence, it dynamically triggers Ptrace for a precise surgical inspection of just that specific operation. So let's put a formal definition on this. Phoenix is a runtime protection mechanism that filters malicious sequences of system calls. That word sequences is everything. See, traditional tools look at single events all by themselves, but Phoenix understands that modern exploits aren't just one thing, they are a chain of actions. It's a stateful, dynamic defense that's watching for the entire attack pattern. This whole methodology works as a 2-phase operation. Phase 1 is all about identification. When a new exploit hits a user, special tools analyze the logs to identify the exact sequence of system calls, the attack's unique digital fingerprint. Then in Phase 2, that sequence, that fingerprint, gets shared across the network. It becomes a dynamic protection rule that instantly shields every other user from that exact same threat. But how well does this actually work in the real world? I mean, theory is one thing, but execution is another. Let's take a look at the data on performance and protection. The results are pretty stark. This table shows Phoenix tested against 20 different real-world vulnerabilities, and we're talking notorious ones like dirty pipe. Existing tools like Confine and Sysfilter, well, they fail against many of them because they just can't tell the difference between malicious and legitimate uses of the same system calls. Phoenix, on the other hand, successfully blocked every single one. That's a perfect record.
And it does all of this with a performance overhead of less than 4%. This is not a resource hog. It's a lightweight, efficient shield that won't compromise the availability of your critical services. And because of that really intelligent 2-step filtering process, Phoenix introduces 98% less CPU overhead than a pure Ptrace-based solution.
This is what makes it not just effective in a lab, but actually viable and practical for demanding, high-traffic production environments.
This leads us to the most powerful aspect of the Phoenix protocol, and it goes beyond just the code. It's about its core principle, the creation of a community-sourced shield.
The strategy is called crowdsourced temporary patches. Instead of just passively waiting 100 days for a vendor to release a fix while you're completely vulnerable, Phoenix empowers the community to take immediate defensive action. When one of us identifies an exploit signature, we can share it. This creates a temporary digital patch that protects everyone else, effectively bridging that dangerous 100-day gap. Which leaves us with a provocative, but I think a very necessary question. We know official patches are going to continue to lag behind. That's just the economic and logistical reality of software development. So in that reality, is this model of proactive, decentralized, community-driven defense our best hope for survival? Something to consider as you harden your defenses. That's all for this briefing. Stay secure.